The We Can't Spell Success Without You PowerPlan project presents Back in the Kitchen, Kitchen Gadgets Review, the food processor.
So today we're going to talk about the food processor, not to get mixed up with the food mixer. The food processor was around in the 80s, and if you had one, you was classed as being very, very posh. This was mainly because it was very expensive. Everyone had them in the kitchen who was quite well off, and many people just left them on display because they didn't really know what to do with them. So today we're going to look at the one which is stashed in the cupboard, as no doubt yours is, which is quite an old one, but it has all the ModCon settings on it, and we can discuss these today. So with this particular food processor, it is one complete unit. To the left hand side we've got the blender, and to the right hand side, in effect, we've got the chopper. Now you can buy these in two separate units, and they range really from about £45 up to £100 or so. If you buy the two independent units, then at least you can get used to using one, and then you can move on to the second one. So let's have a look at the blender, or some people will say liquidizer. This is ideal for doing your own sauces. So you can put in herbs and oil. You can also put in milk with fruit, which will make a really, really nice milkshake. Or what we're going to do here is actually put in ingredients for a soup, and we can blend this together. Now there is a pulse setting on it. We can press the pulse in case it's a little bit chunky, and that will just break down the food gradually. Then we've got setting 1, which is going to blend it quite quickly. And then if we want it super smooth, say for a sauce or for a soup, then we can put it to setting 2. With the blender, that's pretty much it. It's much better than using the hand blenders that you can see doing on most videos these days. It will get things super fine into a liquid, and it's a really great tool to have in the kitchen. So the second part of this food processor is the cutting. Now we do have quite a big ball with a top. To actually activate it, you have to put the top on and twist it into the actual food processor. This is just safety. Going back to the 80s, many people was worried about cutting fingers when they was using it. It's high speed, and a lot of people would do when they was washing up blades, you know. These days we have dishwashers, which makes the task far simpler and also protects our fingers. So what we have here is a disc. Now on one side of the disc we can use it for grating, and then the other side of the disc we can use it for chopping. Grating, putting cheese in there, it does a really good job. It does it very, very quickly. You always end up with a little bit of cheese residue, but generally it'll grate it fine, and a big block of cheese you can grate within about 30 seconds. Once grated, just put it in the tub, throw it in the fridge, forget about it. That's your cheese probably for a week. If you turn the blade over, it goes into a chopping blade where it'll finely chop just about anything that you put in there. We're going to do it with a cucumber, and as we can see, it's gone through that cucumber within seconds. I'm just using a medium chopping blade. Some processors will come with thin, medium or thick, but for this demonstration and general use, I'll say the medium is fine. Now we get to something which is really, really interesting. We have a circular blade. Now the circular blade fits in, and say if we put in anything there, it's going to chop it really, really finely. We see the Top Chef saying use the chopping technique that they have. This does this for you. So if you're worried about cutting yourself or anything like that when you're preparing fruit, vegetables, just about anything, then this is ideal for you. Also, there's a little twist to it, and the twist is very, very simple. If we put in a pastry mix and we add a little water, we can let it run and run and run, and what it will do eventually is create a ball of pastry. Equally, we can put cake ingredients in there, and what it will do, it will finally mix all these ingredients as though that you're doing it, and we have a quick and easy and wonderful cake recipe. We will go into these more in detail because creating something like a ball is a little bit hard to get your head around, considering it's a very, very sharp metal blade. But it's worth looking into that, and a lot of people say these days that they can't make cakes. and even more so they can't do pastry and have excuses like, well, my hands are too warm and things like that. This is excuse no more. And once again, if you're chopping anything and the food processor looks like it's struggling, you can use the pulse button and that will chop it gradually, and then once you're happy, just use the speeds, either 1 or 2. So that's pretty much for the food processor in our kitchen gadget range, and we hope that you enjoyed watching the video. We will be back very, very soon.
If you have enjoyed this video, then please provide your support by liking this video and subscribing to this YouTube channel. If you are watching on Facebook, then please like and share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thank you for viewing.